In a beautiful village in Uganda, there lived a young man named Makumbi. Makumbi was kind-hearted, brave, and always helped his neighbors. Despite his good nature, he was not very strong or skilled in fighting. One day, the king of the village announced that his daughter, Princess Naki, was ready to marry. She was the most beautiful and kind princess anyone had ever seen. Her smile could light up the darkest night, and her laughter was like music to everyone's ears. The king wanted to find the perfect husband for her, someone who was not only strong, but also kind and brave. The king decided to hold a contest. Any man who wanted to marry Princess Naki had to prove his bravery and strength by completing 3 difficult tasks. The whole village buzzed with excitement. Many strong and fierce warriors prepared to compete. Makumbi, although not very strong, loved Princess Naki from afar. He admired her kindness and gentle nature. He decided to enter the contest, not for the glory, but because he believed his heart was pure and his love was true. The first task was to climb the highest mountain and bring back a rare flower that only grew at its peak. Many men tried, but only a few succeeded. Makumbi, with his determination and kind heart, set off to climb the mountain. He faced strong winds and slippery rocks, but he never gave up. After a long and hard journey, he found the rare flower and carefully brought it back to the village. The villagers were amazed. They had not expected Makumbi to succeed. The second task was even harder. The men had to cross a deep, fast-flowing river to retrieve a golden fish that lived on the other side. Many strong warriors were swept away by the powerful currents. Makumbi, however, used his clever mind. He built a small raft and carefully paddled across the river. It was difficult, and at times he felt like giving up, but he kept going. Finally, he caught the golden fish and brought it back to the village. By now, the villagers were starting to believe in Makumbi. They saw his determination and cleverness, and they began to cheer for him. The third and final task was the hardest of all. The men had to defeat a fierce lion that had been terrorizing the village for many years. This lion was big and strong, with sharp teeth and claws. Many brave warriors had tried to defeat it, but none had succeeded. Makumbi was scared, but he knew he had to try. He remembered all the times he had helped his neighbors and how they had always believed in him. With a deep breath, he entered the lion's den. The lion roared and charged at him. Makumbi used his quick thinking and bravery. He noticed that the lion was protecting its paw, which had a big thorn stuck in it. Instead of fighting the lion, Makumbi approached it slowly and gently. He spoke softly to the lion and showed it that he wanted to help. The lion, sensing Makumbi's kindness, allowed him to remove the thorn. Once the thorn was out, the lion calmed and licked Makumbi's hand in gratitude. Makumbi led the lion back to the village, where the people was astonished. They had never seen such bravery and kindness. The king was very impressed and declared that Makumbi had passed all the tasks. But before Makumbi could marry Princess Naki, the villagers had one last test for him. They wanted to see if he was truly brave and kind, even when faced with great hardship. They decided to beat him and see if he could fight back or remain calm and kind-hearted. The villagers gathered around Makumbi and started to beat him. It was painful, and tears streamed down his face, but Makumbi did not fight back. He endured the beating with courage and dignity. He knew that true bravery was not about being the strongest, but about having a kind heart and staying true to oneself. After what felt like eternity, the villagers stopped. They saw that Makumbi had passed the final test. Despite the pain, he had remained calm and kind. They realized that he was the perfect match for Princess Naki. The king embraced Makumbi and announced that he had proven himself to be the bravest and kindest man in the village. Princess Naki, who had been watching the entire time, ran to Makumbi and hugged him. She admired his courage and kindness, and she knew that he was the one she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. Makumbi and Princess Naki were married in a grand celebration. The whole village rejoiced, and Makumbi became a loved prince. He continued to help his neighbors and rule with kindness and wisdom. The villagers never forgot the lesson they learned from Makumbi's bravery and kind heart. One day, years after their marriage, a terrible drought struck the village. The crops withered and the river dried up. People were scared and hungry. The villagers turned to Makumbi and Princess Naki for help. Makumbi, remembering his journey up the mountain and across the river, knew that the red flower and the golden fish might hold the key to saving the village. He set off once more, this time with Princess Naki by his side. Together, they climbed the highest mountain and retrieved the red flower. They crossed the fast-flowing river and caught the golden fish. They returned to the village and used the flower to bring life back to the soil and the fish to replenish the river. The village flourished once more, and everyone celebrated Makumbi and Princess Naki's bravery and wisdom. But their greatest adventure was yet to come. One night, a strange light appeared in the sky. It was a bright shimmering star that seemed to call out to Makumbi and Princess Naki. They decided to follow the light, hoping it would lead them to new knowledge and wonders. They traveled far and wide, across mountains and deserts, following the guiding star. They faced many challenges and dangers, but their love and determination kept them strong. Finally, they reached a hidden valley where the light descended and revealed a magical garden. In the garden, they met an ancient spirit who thanked them for their kindness and bravery. The spirit explained that the garden held the secrets of life and wisdom, and it was now their responsibility to protect and share these secrets with the world. Makumbi and Princess Naki returned to their village, bringing with them the wisdom and magic of the garden. They shared their knowledge with the villagers, teaching them to live in harmony with nature and each other. The village became a place of peace and prosperity, where everyone lived happily and cared for one another. And so, Makumbi and Princess Naki's story was told for generations, inspiring countless hearts to be brave, kind, and true. Their legacy lived on, a shining beacon of hope and love, guiding all who heard their tale to seek the light of goodness in their own lives. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video.